Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Friday, April 4, 2025. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I sincerely hope you folks have a truly blessed and wonderful Friday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is the list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Also tonight, right after my National Day calendar segment, I'll have my famous birthday segment for you guys, where it features all our famous people who were born on this day. Also tonight, in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for the entire weekend. That's both tomorrow, which is Saturday, and Sunday, plus through all of next week. So without further ado, let's get things started here on this Friday night as we conclude yet another day, and also as we conclude another week, as I begin tonight's video with my National Day calendar segment. Close to another weekend is upon us already, within just 4 days into the month of April. Today, of course, was International Carrot Day. Each year on this day, carrots are a popular springtime vegetable. Excuse me. Each year on this day, we celebrate International Carrot Day on the National Day calendar. This crunchy day brings awareness to the versatile vegetable known as the carrot. International Carrot Day inspires millions of carrot lovers from around the world to share recipes, history, and fun facts too. Hashtag International Carrot Day. Today we are calling on carrot lovers across the world to help us share information about International Carrot Day. Whether you love carrots and dip, candy carrots, or carrot cake, let us use today to encourage people to learn some facts and find as many ways to enjoy this delicious vegetable. Here are 5 types of carrots. Danvers, also called long halves, are long and 5 types of carrots. Danvers, also called long halves, are long and skinny carrots that most people are familiar with. Danvers are one of the only carrots that can grow in poor soil. Nantes are a round carrot that has a sweet, crunchy bite. Good evening to you, Stephanie. How are you doing on this Friday night? And how was your day today? So glad you can join me. Nantes are a round carrot that has a sweet, crunchy bite. These carrots tend to mature or grow faster than any other carrot. Chantenay carrots are considered the best carrot to grow in containers or rocky soil. They grow to about 6 to 7 inches in length, and they are slightly skinny. Imperator carrots are what most commercial growers produce. These carrots are the most common carrot found in grocery stores. They are a fast-growing carrot that contains higher levels of sugar than any other carrot. Ball or mini carrots are smaller carrots that have more of a circular shape, similar to a radish. This carrot grows really well in containers, and it is a favorite for people living in small spaces or apartments. How are you doing on this Friday night, Stephanie, and how was your day today? Carrots are a tricky vegetable to grow. However, with a little knowledge, you can grow a successful carrot crop. Carrots need deep, loose soil to get healthy growth. It's important. It is also important your root carrots directly from seeds 1/8 inches deep, at least 15 inches apart. After you place the seeds in the ground, a gentle pat with lightly covered dirt will ensure you're off to a good start. Because carrots require a lot of moisture, it's important to water regularly and remove any weeds during growth. Don't forget, the more sunlight your carrots get, the sweeter they will be. Carrots are full of amazing health benefits. We all know they promote healthy vision. They balance your blood sugar, making them great. Carrots are full of amazing health benefits. We all know they promote healthy vision. They balance your blood sugar, making them great snack alternative for diabetics. Carrots have also been known to help lower blood pressure and improve immunity. International Carrot Day is the perfect time to celebrate by incorporating carrots into your meals. Here are 8 things you can cook with carrots. honey glazed carrots, roasted garlic and parmesan carrots, carrot cake, pickled carrots, peas and carrots. You know, you've heard that phrase from a popular movie time and time again. When Forrest Gump, when Forrest refers to Jenny, like Jenny means like peas and carrots. Moroccan carrot salad, steamed carrots and spicy honey butter, maple glazed bacon carrots. So International Carrot Day is believed that International Carrot Day has made its debut around 2003. So here's some carrot facts should you know, and not to mention the actor Carrot Top. Domestic carrots are 1,000 years old, and they originate in Central Asia, specifically around Afghanistan. Wild carrots date back 3,000 to 5,000 BC in Europe. Carrots are closely related to parsley and coriander and were cultivated for their leaves and not the actual carrot. Carrots reached Europe during the Middle Ages, eventually making their way to the Americas by Europeans. China is the leading producer of carrots, accounting for 45% of all global production. Early carrots were normally purple, yellow, red, and sometimes white. Cross-pollination of the variety of colors created the orange color we know today and was first introduced by the Dutch during the 17th century. That's part of my National Day Calendar segment here for you guys on this Friday night. Excuse me. And also today was National Hug a News Person Day. You know, thank God for local journalists, like years of broadcasting. Okay, here it goes. Okay. On this date, April 4th, National Hug a News Person Day, formerly National Hug a Newsman Day, encourages appreciation for the people reporting the news. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary tells us that the word newsman dates back to 1956. They have been working hard for many years to bring us the news from around the world. A few well-known news persons include Tom Brokaw, Barbara Walters, David Brinkley, Katie Couric, Walter Cronkite, Ann Curry, Lester Holt, Peter Jennings, Connie Chung, David Muir, Robin Roberts. Okay, a few well-known news persons include Tom Brokaw, Barbara Walters, David Brinkley. Okay, I will name them again. Here are a few well-known of our news persons. They include Tom Brokaw, Barbara Walters, David Brinkley, Katie Couric, Walter Cronkite, Ann Curry, Dan Rather, Lester Holt, David Muir, Peter Jennings, Connie Chung, Scott Pelley, and the list goes on from there. Your local, and also don't forget our local news people. They include these that include Dan Jovic, some of our local news people from our local NBC affiliate. They include Dan Jovic, Jackie Jovic, Dan Jovic, Jackie Jovic, Jonathan McCall, Johnette Magner. Those are weekday evenings anchors of KTBS. Jeff Binepour, Nate Duarte, and just to name a few. I can't name them all because I don't watch the news. I don't like to watch the news, the local news much anymore. To be honest with you guys, like I was. Your local news person reports on the day's events in your community. They keep you informed of important political news. And also don't forget to mention Alexandra Mitchell from KTAL, NBC6, and KMSS Fox 33. She's on every weeknight at 9. Your local news person reports on the day's events in your community. They keep you informed of important political news. Businesses in your community, weather, traffic, crime, and education updates. When it comes to the national news, the local news reporters apply local perspectives. While events may happen thousands of miles away, A local news person knows it impacts their views still. On the national and world scale, a news person may travel far and wide for the complete story. Some are attached to certain regions of the world, specializing in political, economic, or health news. Whether they report from, they bring the news into our homes, cars, businesses, or wherever we may be, even our phones and tablets, with the presence of today's technology. They keep us informed of the ever-changing world around us. Here's how to observe. Hug a news person, but first ask for permission whether or not they feel comfortable with that. I would most likely just shake their hand. If you're not able to hug your news person, you can send them a virtual one or just give them a handshake. Use hashtag hug a news person to post on social media. So this has been celebrated at least since 1998. A news person may also be called a reporter, journalist, or correspondent. A news person can work in a variety of areas, including broadcast television, radio, newspapers, and magazines. So that is what we know about a news person here on this Friday night. And also your other National Day holidays include, today was National Vitamin C Day, Jeep 4x4 Day, National Chicken Cordon Bleu Day, National School Librarian Day, and also today was National Walk Around Things Day. Now here's our famous birthday segment for all that were our famous people who were born on this day, Friday, April 4th. Excuse me. Today, movie actor Robert Downey Jr. turns 60, pop singer Hayden Summerall turns 20, rapper Lil Mobby turns 20, TV actress Jamie Lynn Spears turns 34, pop singer Austin Mahoney turns 29, rapper Patrick Joseph McLaughlin turns 24, pop singer Tondra Hall turns 40, TV actor David Cross turns 61, magician David Blaine turns 52, R&B singer Jill Scott turns 53, DJ Uncle Waffles turns 25, movie actress Natasha Lyonne turns 46, wrestler Chelsea Green turns 34, TV show host Graham Norton turns 62, TV actress Alexa Nicholas turns 33, TV actor Eric Andre turns 42, TV show host Stephen Milhorn turns 48, TV actor Chris O'Neill turns 31, TV actor Craig T. Nelson turns 81, rapper Pete Dice turns 39, model Lisa Ray turns 53, TV actor James Rode Rodriguez turns 49, and rock singer Jesse Joe Stark turns 34. Those are our following famous people who were born on this day, Friday, April 4th. And now, of course, if you've been watching, of course, I've watched both games of the 2025 NCAA Women's Final Four, which was held in Tampa. And I watched both teams. So we have your set of both. I have watched both games of the 2025 Women's Final Four earlier, which was played earlier this evening. And we have the championship bracket set up. We have the championship bracket set up. That will be played on Sunday. And of course, do not forget the men's NCAA men's Final Four will be played on Saturday night. Actually, that's tomorrow. So. Earlier this evening, I watched both games of the 2025 NCAA Women's Final Four. The first game actually took place. Now, both games were aired nationally on ESPN earlier this evening. So the number one seed South Carolina. Both number one seeds took place in the first game between the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Texas Longhorns, and of course, number one. So South Carolina, the Lady Gamecocks took the victory. South Carolina took the victory over Texas earlier this evening with the final score of 74-57. So South Carolina earns a trip to the NCAA Women's Final Four, and also We have a number 2 seed UConn defeating UCLA with the final score of 85-51. So, and also the second game of the NCAA Women's Final Four, the national semifinals, between UConn and UCLA, and of course UConn took the victory over UCLA with the final score of 85-51. This game actually took place at 8:30 p.m. also on ESPN. So it was a college basketball NCAA Women's Final Four doubleheader, which was actually played earlier this evening. Both games back to back. So, second seed UConn will face the top seed South Carolina Sunday afternoon, April 6th. See, the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship title game will be held this coming Sunday, April 6th at 2 p.m. So the NCAA Women's National Championship title game will be held on will be televised nationally on ABC this coming Sunday, April 6th at 2 p.m. between the UConn Huskies and the South Carolina Gamecocks. So it'll be between UConn and South Carolina. And now here's a preview of the men's Final Four, which will be held. So the women's Final Four is being taking place in Tampa, and the men's Final Four is being taken place in San Antonio, Texas. So tomorrow, of course, is the men's national semifinals with the March Madness underway in its final weekend. So the men's Final Four will take place on Saturday. So both games will take place tomorrow evening, and of course these games will be televised nationally on CBS. So the excuse me. So the number one seed in the South will face the number 1 seed in the West. So we have the Auburn Tigers and the Florida Gators. This game begins at 5:09 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And of course, the first game of the men's national semifinals will take place tomorrow evening at 5:09 p.m. Central Daylight Time between the Auburn Tigers and the Florida Gators. That's the number 1 seed in the South and number 1 seed in the West. And also the last game, the second and final game of the national semifinals, also played tomorrow evening at 7:49 p.m. Central Daylight Time, televised on CBS between the number 1 seed in the East, the Duke Blue Devils, and the number 1 seed in the Midwest. That's between the Houston Cougars. That's between the Duke Blue Devils and the Houston Cougars. So once again, the first game will be between Auburn and Florida, and the second game will be between Duke and Houston. And both games will be televised on CBS. And of course, the national championship game will be held Monday night at 7:50 p.m. our time, also on CBS Monday night at 7:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So that's the latest with your March Madness. Let's get on to you. And of course, it's been another active day. We've had at least now some areas have actually been dealing with some very serious heavy downpours. I know I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to try to get in as much as I can with you guys, and hopefully next week I can start my videos a little earlier. It's just too risky for me. Now let's see what is happening with the weather, because I know we have a major serious weather situation we're still dealing with. So this will be like our third straight day dealing with severely active storms across portions of the region. So it's been another roughly active day. So here's a severe weather threat which has started today, which continues this evening. A flood watch remains in effect through early Sunday for McCurtain County, Oklahoma, as well as southwest Arkansas and extreme northeast Texas. The threat for flooding exists with additional rainfall amounts of 36 inches possible. Some areas, including the Texarkana area along the I-30, has seen as much as 5 to 6 inches. They've seen some very impressive rainfall totals. So we could be getting at least some of this rain during the day tomorrow. So this will impact through this evening. Of course, it is continuing the highest risk for severe storms near north of the I-20 corridor. Potential hazards: strong, long-track tornadoes possible, damaging winds of 70 miles per hour or greater. Very large hail of 2 inches or greater. Of course, the Texarkana area is at a moderate risk. Of course, it's been at the dangerous risk. So I was telling you guys about this last night. That puts us in areas northwest of Shreveport in an enhanced risk, and areas south of Shreveport, the further south you go, the lower your severe weather risk is. So a very dangerous, serious weather situation. So please make sure you're charging all your devices, your smartphones, laptop, PCs, and your tablets. So we have a flood watch in effect. So there will be another severe weather threat across much of the four-state region on Saturday. So there is going to be another severe weather threat across much of the four-state region on Saturday with large hail, damaging wind gusts, and tornadoes once again possible. So please make sure you have all your devices charged. Your smartphones, laptop, PCs, and your tablets have flashlights and operating batteries in case your home or business tends to lose power. So the flood watch is generally going to be concentrated again across portions of the northern portions of the region. This will be early in the day on Sunday. Southeast Oklahoma, southwest Arkansas, and portions of northeast Texas. Additional rainfall between 3 to 6 inches with isolated higher amounts. Heavy rain may lead to flooding of low-lying areas, rivers, creeks, and roads. This likely is going to impact southeast Oklahoma, northeast Texas, and all portions of south and southwest Arkansas. Additional rainfall through Saturday night. So please have multiple ways to get severe weather warnings. So of course today, this is the busiest, one of our busiest weather days. So this was actually posted from early this morning. So these graphics have not been updated. So another very warm day. We all know how warm it was. So I'm going to go on and skip that since I don't have a lot of time with you guys tonight. So again, this map is actually looking a lot more active compared to what I was showing you during the past couple of nights. So the portion of northeast Texas and southeast Oklahoma under a flood watch. A flash flood warning has been issued across extreme northeast Texas, extreme southeast Oklahoma, and a portion of southwest Arkansas, especially including the Texarkana area. So our thoughts and prayers go out to folks to the northern portions of the Arkansas region, including the Texarkana area and ports northward. They're getting tremendous amounts of rain. They're getting pounded with high water. So remember, when it comes to driving around in high water, please remember, turn around, don't drown. And of course, a tornado watch is in effect for East Texas, northwest Louisiana, including Bossier and Cattle parishes, as well as a portion of south and southwest Arkansas, and extending into south and central Arkansas. And also, you have a wind advisory in effect for portions of southeast of Alexandria here on this Friday night. This map here is looking very active. So we are under a tornado watch, I believe, in effect until at least 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So this is what you're finding. We have a line of showers and storms, because the heaviest of the rain is actually being north of us. So on the especially the smallest portion of northwest Louisiana, but so far none in here in the immediate Shreveport area. So this line of storms is extending all the way from north to northeast Texas, southeast Oklahoma, and a portion of south and central Arkansas, of south and southwest Arkansas. Most likely the Texarkana area is getting pounded with very heavy rains. Exactly what you're seeing of course a far tip of northwest Louisiana. This is much of Arkansas is being impacted with a small frame of heavy thunderstorms across northeast Texas and southeast. God bless me. East and southeast Oklahoma, as well as much of the cover of central and northern central and eastern Arkansas is being impacted, extending all the way into Kentucky, as well as a portion of southern, south central, and southern Missouri, as well as Illinois, Indiana, and a portion of Kentucky. So very active evening across much of the south and central U.S. here on this Friday night. Now, of course, we're going to finally see this cold front coming through. We're finally going to see the cold front coming through that will finally put an end to. We're going to see a cold front finally put an end to all this heavy rain. So the Texarkana area has received well over at least over 3 inches, and more is on the way. So before the night's over with, so we're going to see at least another 4 to 5 inches of rain across the Texarkana area. So we're going to see at least another 4 to 5 inches of rain. Another inch or two is possible. So we've already seen over 3 inches of rain. So streets are flooded. So temperature outside here on this Friday night is 81 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Humidity is 70%. Dew point is 70 degrees. So it's very muggy and very, very moist out there. So that's why we have that. So we've been on the warm side of that front. on the warm side of the front. We have a south wind at 18 miles per hour, gusts up to 31 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is at 29.84 inches of mercury. And that's what gives a feels like temperature of 85 degrees. So it's very warm and muggy, very warm and humid and muggy out there. So it's just unusual. 81 degrees. This is 6 degrees above what our normal high temperature should be this time of year. It is very unusually warm and muggy out there here on this Friday night. So that cold front coming, that's going to bring us a widespread rainfall. That's going to put an end to the extreme warm and muggy conditions. Significant severe weather and life-threatening flash flooding. A powerful spring storm continues across the country with multiple high impacts in the forecast. Life-threatening, catastrophic, and potentially historic flash flood event continues across the lower Ohio Valley and Mid-South. A couple of rounds of significant severe weather is expected from the Mid-South through the Ozarks and Arctic, with very large hail and strong tornadoes possible. So again, as I was mentioning to you guys, a tornado watch is in effect for Bossier, County, and Webster parishes until 4 a.m. This because the tornado watch, this is the second tornado watch. Another tornado watch was issued earlier today. This is the second tornado watch that's been issued for our region. This second tornado watch was issued effective 8:50 p.m. earlier this evening, and it will remain in effect until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Excuse me. So it will remain in effect until first thing early tomorrow morning. We are under a tornado watch. So now tonight, expect windy conditions this evening. Expect windy conditions this evening. Otherwise, it will be overcast and humid with a few showers and heavy thunderstorms. The low temperature 73 degrees. We have a south-southeast wind at 14 miles per hour, gusts up to 35 miles per hour. So we will not see much drop in temperatures because and of course tomorrow during the day on Saturday. So if you're thinking of any weekend plans, this probably won't be the best of weekends. So you probably want to plan something indoors because we have another potential severe weather alert day on the way tomorrow for your Saturday with widespread severe weather possible. I'll keep you guys up to date. We expect the future numerous widespread thunderstorms. Of course, these could reach severe limits. So I will keep you guys posted throughout the day. Also, it will be breezy and it will be not as warm as it's been because we've seen daytime high temperatures reaching the mid to upper 80s through most of this week. And of course, these storms can cause dangerous travel due to a risk of significant flash flooding, damaging winds, and a tornado. High temperature tomorrow, 78 degrees. Of course, that's still above normal, but not as warm as it's been during the past few days. We'll have a south wind at 14 miles per hour, gusts up to 29 miles per hour, chance of rain 90%. So tomorrow, of course, we're going to be dealing with widespread rains periodically throughout the day. So expect a few thunderstorms to occur around midnight, which is in a few minutes from now. And then and of course, temperatures will most likely be in the mid to upper 70s. Of course, we'll start off tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. with thunderstorms, temperature 75 degrees. 9 a.m. tomorrow with thunderstorms, we should be at 75 degrees. Noon tomorrow with cloudy skies, we should be at 74 degrees. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon with cloudy skies, we should be at 73 degrees. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening with thunderstorms, we should be at 70 degrees. And 9 p.m. expect another round of storms to occur. 9 p.m. tomorrow night with thunderstorms, we should be at 64 degrees. So we're going to be looking at periods of off and on rains throughout the day. So whatever your plans are, please make sure you keep those umbrellas handy because we're going to be looking at periods of off and on rain, flash flooding is possible. That's when the cold front is going to come through. So of course, I'm anticipating tomorrow to be a regular flooding event. So tomorrow we're going to be looking at lots of rain to occur off and on at times throughout the day. So please have those umbrellas, keep those umbrellas handy because we're going to be looking at lots of rain to impact your Saturday. Now here's what the next 7 and 10 days have in store for us. After a low temperature night, 73 degrees with thunderstorms on the way. Now tomorrow going to your Saturday, expect a future numerous severe storms. Of course, tomorrow is another weather alert day. Hopefully this should be the last of these. So please pay attention. Have all your devices charged, smartphones, laptop, PCs, and your tablets. And be sure to check up on your neighbors and check up on your relatives, your family, your friends, and your neighbors. Expect a few thunderstorms. Expect a few severe thunderstorms. Otherwise, it will be breezy, not as warm as it's been Of course, these storms can cause dangerous travel due to risk of significant flash flooding, damaging winds, and a tornado. So be prepared. Of course, tomorrow's going to be the last of these extremely bumpy days that we've had so far this week. High of 78, low of 53. Winds will be from the south at 14 miles per hour, gusts up to 29 miles per hour, chance of rain 90%. And of course, Sunday we'll have wraparound moisture. That's why we're going to keep the clouds on for your Sunday. Expect breezy conditions in the morning with a couple showers in a few spots. Otherwise, it will be mostly cloudy and much cooler. High of only 58. So we go from almost summer to almost winter in just a couple days. So Sunday will be much cooler with the high of 58, low of 45. Winds will be from the northwest at 13 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Maybe just a couple passing showers, but I'm not expecting anything much. And of course, we'll gradually get rid of those clouds as they go into your Monday. It will be warmer, but still rather cooler than average. Expect mostly sunny skies for your Monday. High of 67, low of 43. Winds will be from the northwest at 9 miles per hour. No rain is expected. Tuesday, it will be a pleasant and sunny day for us. High of 74, low of 47. Winds will be from the northwest at 5 miles per hour. No rain is expected. Wednesday, another nice day for us with plenty of sunshine. High of 77, low of 54. Winds will be from the south at 10 miles per hour. No rain is expected. Thursday, expect another day of wall-to-wall sunshine. High of 80, low of 56. Winds will be from the southwest at 8 miles per hour. I have a 10% rain chance. We may see some clouds come through late Thursday. I'll say Thursday should be mostly on the dry side. I'm not counting on any rain to impact your Thursday next week. And also going to your Friday, expect plenty of sunshine as we wrap up next week. High of 83, low of 55. Winds will be from the west-southwest at 7 miles per hour. And we're not expecting any rain as we close out next week. Looks like next weekend is also looking nice, but weather warmer. Mostly sunny skies for next Saturday, which is the 12th, with highs in the upper 80s. And next Sunday, which is the 13th, we'll also have highs reaching the mid-upper 80s, with mostly sunny and partly cloudy skies. And also going to, that would be for next Sunday the 13th. And the following Monday, which is the 14th, expect plenty of sunshine, highs reaching the upper 80s with no rain expected. So looking forward to one of the nicest weeks we've had so far this year. Going into next week with wall-to-wall sunshine and nice, pleasant spring-like temperatures. So we just have to get past tomorrow and early in the days. We just have to get past our rough, the last hour of rough weather. We're dealing with rough weather tomorrow with severe weather on the way. So please be prepared. So again, we have a high temperature in the upper 70s tomorrow. That's ahead of that cold front. Of course, we will drop into the 50s tomorrow night into Sunday. Highs only in the upper 50s. So heading out to church services Sunday morning, you'll probably need to grab those jackets and grab those jackets and take out those jackets and maybe those sweaters for your Sunday as we close out the weekend, especially if you're heading out to church services Sunday morning. Of course, Monday will warm into the mid to upper 60s for Monday, which is below normal for this time of year. We'll be close to normal for Tuesday with highs in mid 70s. We warm to the upper 70s for Wednesday. And of course, going into Thursday and Friday, we'll have high temperatures reaching the low 80s each day for both Thursday and Friday of next week. Now your rain chances, 9% chance tomorrow, 20% chance Sunday. And look at that. Once we get past our rough weather situation, both tomorrow and Sunday, look at one solid week with dry conditions and not one day. Of course, all of next week is looking totally dry, weather nice. So one of the nicest weeks weather-wise. Plenty of sunshine going into all of next week. So you're definitely I'm definitely looking forward to what's on the way for next week. We just have to get past tomorrow first with the major severe weather threat upon us. So I hope you guys are prepared. So I'm estimating rainfall totals to be at least just over 2 inches of rain. Of course, the heaviest of the rain is actually going to impact tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be the only day we deal with significant torrential downpour, substantial rainfall, torrential downpour. So tomorrow's expected to be another weather alert day, another severe weather alert day, and we get past Sunday, we dry completely out. Dry conditions lasting through all of next week, even into next weekend, and more even into the start of the following week. Well, that will be all that I have for you guys here on this Friday night. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here. You guys have a good night. Stay peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Enjoy your weekend. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.